It doesn't run on batteries. It doesn't sync to your phone. It won't count your steps, play your playlist, or suggest a podcast. It's a fixture at barbecues, tailgates, road trips, construction sites, and fishing docks. It's lugged, leaned on, and occasionally used as a seat. And somehow, despite being low-tech and decades old, it's still going strong. With 350 million in sales in 2024 and shelf space in 90,000 retail locations, this brand is riding a wave of nostalgia, high-profile collabs, and retro color palettes, while still keeping lunch cold on job sites across the country. So how did a blue-collar box from 1947 become a Gen Z must-have in a billion-dollar business? And that's why this week's On Brand is on Igloo.
We're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show, and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa. I am Jon.
Hi, I'm Marisa.
Okay. I did not. I could not. I was like, transistor radios? What the hell is she talking about? Igloo, hello. Hello. If you're watching, hello, Igloo. What am I? Every single day I carry around 2 Igloos.
I don't think I've ever clocked that is the brand that you used. I don't know what I thought it was. I thought like thermos.
Every day I use 2 Igloos. One for ice cold water, one for ice cold Diet Coke / or fruit punch, zero sugar Minute
So
Maid.
what makes the Igloo water bottle superior? And this is not really about the water bottle. We're talking about the coolers today. But just as far as speaking to the brand's quality, what makes the Igloo water bottle supreme?
The reason I picked this is because if you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. If you're not, pull over, get a hotel room, get their Wi-Fi, log on to YouTube.com.
Sheridan in, guest
Sheridan,
user.
send a link. I don't like things that are over-designed, one. Current day tennis shoes, no thank you.
Okay.
80s tennis shoes, not because they're 80s, but just because everything was simpler. This bottle is very simple. There's no splashes. There's a couple little rings down here. That's fine. I like a wide mouth. Okay. There we go. Do the jokes.
Heard it before, yeah.
I like a big wide mouth.
That's what they love about you.
Because I'm always on an ice capade and I need to easily get my ice in and out.
That's true, because if it's something with a small spout, you're fiddling, you're fuddling, you're twisting.
I'm looking over as the cashier watching. I need to just get my big mouth.
The ice is raining down on the floor around you. Has that happened?
I can't even talk about how many times I have made ice rain. It's so embarrassing.
How humiliating.
Because I fill this thing all the way to the top, and a lot of times, this is a larger container than most of the fast food fountain machines are built for.
Yes.
Because sometimes, back when I used to go to Target, I'm still boycotting, you would take out I have to take out like the little tray at the bottom to fit my bottle in.
You do?
Yeah, it's humiliating. I take out the tray, set it aside, fill my bottle, put the tray back. But I'm holding the container up so far up into the ice thing, it fills up, but sometimes the ice gets jammed in the machine.
Yes.
So I take it out and then it's raining ice everywhere.
That happens sometimes too. I feel like after you depress the trigger, there's still ice in the hopper. So like you technically stop it, but the ice that's in the hopper free flows.
Yeah.
And
it's
your
a
cup
whole
runneth
thing.
over. Wow.
So this also has a perfect handle. It's got enough for my, I don't have fat hands, but I have decent sized hands. Some of these, it's too small for my fingers. Great grip on this. It's a perfect bottle. And now I just love it because this one's maroon. I mean, I've dropped these things so many times. There's dents and dings all over them. In an embarrassing, nerdy way, they remind me of Boba Fett's helmet. And that's how George Lucas made them. They're like, he didn't want anything to look like new and fresh.
Yeah.
Everything is like dinged and donged.
Sure.
So I don't know. These are kind of perfect. This is one. So I have the black one and the maroon one. And like 2 months ago, I was like, man, they don't make them anymore. And also when I got them on Amazon, they were like cheap as heck. They were like $12 or $14.
Water bottles are now like $300.
I know. So I looked on eBay and there was one brand new black one on eBay and I bought it as a backup. Of course I did.
That to me is not crazy. I support that. Because
you do stuff like that.
Yes. If there's something that you really are connected to that you use every day and it would be really tough to find a satisfactory replacement. Sometimes you gotta go to eBay.
You gotta go to eBay.
You know what you need? 2 carabiners, one on each pocket, one on each belt loop, either side. The bottles are waggling as you walk.
They're so heavy.
You think they'd pull your pants down?
They would definitely yank my trousers down.
You're walking down the street waving hello to friends. Your pants are creeping lower and lower and lower.
Chink, chink. They would get a lot more dings and dongs on them.
For sure.
And then on TikTok last year, I came across this bag, which has 2 huge front pockets, which perfectly hold these bottles. I've got my rig down. I've been this rig for a year now.
You are ready to like traverse the Amazon with this setup.
Well, or go to like Glendale Galleria. Yes. I don't know about traversing anything.
Speaking of water bottles, did anything ever come? So you got the water bottle back from Amazon.
I
the
did.
Replacement water bottle you found by a dumpster. You mailed it into Amazon to get a brand new one in its place.
I found it in on the sidewalk by my apartment, just
Sure.
laying there. I thought a kid had dropped it. I took it in. It also was very Boba Fett, except the color was like flesh colored, but it was all dinged and donged. And I was like, I'm going to bring this back to life. I watched so many. I'm bringing up TikTok again, but so many TikToks where people like go to thrift stores and they buy like old Coach bags or whatever.
Restore them?
And
Okay.
It's so satisfying to watch them restore them. I mean, I wasn't expecting to like sneak a hammer in there and ding out the dents and stuff, but I was like, I'm going to give this new life. First time I like cleaned it out, like hot water, made sure it was all like sterilized and everything. First time I tried to use it, it's leaking. I was like, oh, they threw this away because it's legit broken.
Yeah.
So I returned it to Amazon, or I ordered this exact same one from Amazon with the plan to return the broken one.
Again, a color you do not like.
A color I do not like.
And is this even a water bottle that you also like? Because this is the perfect water bottle. So what's the other one bringing to the table that this doesn't have?
Well, I think it's important, since I'm a brand ambassador now for all brands, I think it's important for me to have. My friend Sandy gave me a Corksicle. This is the other popular one, which I always forget the name. It's got the little person.
Yeah.
Hydro Flask.
Hydro Flask. You know what really fell off?
Igloo.
Swell.
Oh.
Remember Swell?
Swell?
Swell was shaped like a beer bottle.
Is
kind
trash.
Of. Okay.
Swell is trash. I was so Swell was like my first, like, I'm on the recycled bottle train.
Yes.
I love it because they did collabs with Starbucks. Sorry, Angela. They had a whole line. It was great. But then I got a couple of them, and like, granted, it's probably my fault. I would put them in the refrigerator sometimes, and then I couldn't open them. Like the way that the I literally, the lid would just spin and spin and spin. I would have to wait for it to like warm up or something. Like, it drove me mad.
I feel like that was one too where I could never get it to close, where like you tighten, and then somehow you keep tightening and it loosens. You know what I mean? Where like the threads aren't lined up. Also, was there a way to wash a water bottle with a narrow neck?
I bought an official Swell bottle brush.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Could you unscrew the bottom or no? Or you were just screwed?
Well,
you could try hard enough.
the bottle. We're talking about the bottle.
Name drop my old hairdresser, Jonathan Van Ness. He came over here. His salon was flooded one day, and he came over to do my hair in the kitchen. And he left his Swell water bottle here. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to put that aside and save it for him next time I see him. I ended up not seeing him. I mean, you get your hair done like every 6 months. So I was like, 6 months later, I'll bring it back to him. It turned out I had coffee in it. And so like I opened it, and it was like, I have a thing where if I open old milk, I have to smell it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm the exact opposite. If I know, I have to, like, if I'm pouring old milk out in the sink, I have to completely physically turn my head away.
I am not somebody who is like, even wants to be like adjacent, one room away from anything gross. But for some reason, and when you have kids who drink milk, I got a big milk drinking boy in my house. He is drinking milk morning, noon, and night, gallons of milk. Our refrigerator is like a third milk. And once in a while, there's like an old milk that will roll under the couch. If you have kids, you know this.
God.
You open it, you pour it down the sink, and maybe you catch a little whiff, and it's pretty cheesy.
Oh God, that's so gross. That's so
Why are we
gross.
talking about this? We're talking about Igloo.
I thought I ended up with that bottle. Did I not at some point, or
Maybe
did you
you
toss
did.
it?
I might have tossed
I've ended
it.
up with a lot of old Swells, but yeah, unless Swell has changed dramatically, I think Swell sucks. Sorry if you use them. I used to be on board. I've moved on.
That was like when we were just learning. It's exactly what you said. We were just learning about reusable bottles, and it felt like so exciting to even have the option. And then immediately 10,000 things about the design were changed that were 100% better. It's like, why do we still have any water bottles now that leak? It like blows my mind. This is like their number one job. The lid closes and it does not leak. These
Yeah.
are the 2 requirements, and somehow still those are not always met.
Yeah, I felt like Swell was very slow on evolving. I feel like they might have been a Shark Tank. I could be wrong, but they might have been a Shark Tank. But they had no easy way to hold them. It was a
Yeah.
cute gimmick. It looked like a bottle, but they didn't. I'm sure now they've evolved with the times. I get emails from them. They now sell like salad bowls if I want to have a cold salad tomorrow, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, I'm sure.
Eat a big bowl of crab on a hot summer day.
Yeah, they always have a sale, but then like I will go through the process of putting it in a cart and seeing, and I'm like, the sale's not even good.
You
It's
let
like,
them text you and it's like 5% off. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not letting you into my text messages, which by the way, we talk about email inboxes being out of control. My text message inbox is like, I'm at 115 on unread text messages because
okay, now
like
see that
marketing.
that I think is crazy.
Is
My
it?
text messages, I have 6. It's usually that I do keep at 0.
There's no easy way to like read all on text. If there is, please let me know.
But if it's if it's just junk, you can just swipe left and delete.
Honey, I'm a gal on the go. I'm busy.
Are you?
I'm sniffing milk.
Are you? You're like in the kitchen smelling rotten old milk.
John, Igloo coolers.
Yeah.
Igloo coolers. So what feelings does this evoke for you? We've talked a little bit about maybe doing a little road trip chat on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you interact with the cooler most? You're fishing on the dock.
I'm
What? Wait, what? Did we stumble upon something completely organic that you plan to take to your grave? John. I'm shocked. What could this possibly be? It's a coolers. What?
wasn't expecting this.
Okay.
I went through an Igloo moment like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And
Certainly never heard a drip about this.
you sure didn't. I haven't told anyone about it. And I don't know how
Okay.
far into it I'll go today.
Please, all the way. All the way.
No, I don't know that I can. But I will say
So scared for you.
that there is a decent amount of Igloo products in the storage unit.
Okay, what products are we talking? The Playmate?
They went through and I think they're still doing it. I have lost interest. That's me. I get really into something. They have a
Okay.
sale. I stock up. I put it in the unit. I forget about it. Then I don't care anymore.
Sign it, ship it to the freaks. I think these are giveaways.
Sign it, ship it to the freak. No, the freaks? No, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, they went through a 90s retro
Yes,
line.
I have that in my notes. But yes, several years ago, maybe like 5 or so years ago, they introduced a 90s collection with all their retro colors.
And I fell in love with them. I think I first saw it at Target. Target at the time would get like an exclusive 1 or 2. And it would be like, a smallish cooler that would have like the body would be teal, the handle would be bright pink,
I think
the
you're
lid would
describing
be...
the Playmate. So these are in
Yes.
like in 4 and 7. Gosh, was it gallon?
No, the Playmate...
That's with the white top and the button that you push in on the side and it turns side to side.
I have several of those too.
Several.
I do. And I have the giant jugs that coaches put orange juice in at soccer games.
You have the retro barrel of fun.
I have, I think, 3 or 4 barrels of fun.
No, it cannot be 3 or 4.
It is,
It
Marissa.
cannot be
It is.
3 or 4
It is.
sideline barrels that holds 2 gallons of beverage.
I can't believe this is
You
coming
cannot
out.
have 8 gallons of fun in your unit.
I got
John.
Well, I have one at my apartment because I thought I might use it just to sit on. It's like a little stool.
Instead of your couch,
No, like in the bedroom, like maybe when I'm putting on
putting on your
socks.
socks. You thought you would sit on a retro barrel of fun cooler dispenser.
We listen. We do not judge.
Okay, I didn't agree to that. Keep
If
going.
you want me to open up, you accept it.
Great.
You embrace it.
I think I'm so shocked because this is something I feel like we'll get an inkling sometimes when you're going through a moment.
It
Like
makes no sense. Go on, I cut you off.
we can usually get a whiff, and this is making me curious as to how many moments you've had that we were just completely unbeknownst to. Because you never showed up with a Playmate with like your Cokes in it, which is maybe something you would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even a glimmer
Nope.
that this late at night when we're watching a movie and you're on your phone, you're furiously shopping igloo.com/retro90s.
It wasn't furious. It was fast and it
Furious?
happened. I guess furious. It was Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Very
okay.
short-lived, very like overwhelmingly like I gotta have these things. The sale was great. It was like
Okay.
I think it was like 50% off plus maybe an additional off. Like everything was very reasonable.
They are still reasonably priced. I am like confident. I'll just spoiler alert. I'm way into this line, and I am like trying to decide what color I need because I feel like I need a little Playmate, and I feel like I might need a retro barrel of fun.
Oh, I could probably sell you something. You got to get the other one too. What's the other one? Pause. I need to pull this up.
Okay, yeah, the line is really cute.
I know it is.
You haven't been on the web. Okay, we're pulling it up. This is risky because they might have added some more products to the line since Jon has gotten into it.
You know what I didn't get that I know it's stupid, so I didn't allow myself to get it, was the Igloo Cooler's Cool Tunes Playmate. It's an Igloo cooler that's got two big speakers in it.
Yes, that's $149.99. There's backpacks. There's obviously little Playmates. The backpacks are coolers, packable puffer bags that have cooling insulation, retro like fanny pack that holds 6 beers, which could be cute with Diet Coke. Fanny pack.
I didn't fall for any of the fanny packs, any of the cloth things. What I was really into were these little, I think it looks like they call them picnic baskets. I don't remember.
Okay, it's a 25 quart cooler.
Yeah.
It was currently now MSRP $52.99.
I feel like I got them for like $24.
Okay, how did you?
I think I spent less than $200.
And do you have more than 3 retro picnic basket 25 quart coolers?
I don't remember. I think I have 4. Here's the thing. Here's the
Okay.
thing, Marissa. This is one of those things. I know it does not make sense to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I have been a brand boy forever. I used to work at Pottery Barn. I've had dreams of home ownership my entire life. Certain things that I buy are one day I will have a home and I will I'll have a summer barbecue. I'll have all these fun little like 90s things. They're on sale. I may as well get them now and spend thousands of dollars storing them instead of looking for them.
I mean, surely like when you do have a home someday and have a 90s themed barbecue, you'll be able to acquire these things.
That's not how my brain works.
Also, I've had like I don't think I've ever had 4 2-gallon jugs.
They're pretty small. They don't hold a lot. I also thought they were just cute for decoration. They're kind of pop arty, so they fit.
Yeah.
They scratch that itch for me.
Sure.
They're nostalgic. They scratch that itch. Like I said, I did not expect this to come out.
We have to acknowledge that this, if we're trying to find reason in it, we're going to come up empty-handed. This is just something that's that part of your brain,
Yes.
past life or whatnot.
Yes. This to me is my
justify this.
Labubu for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This was my Labubu. I don't understand the Labubu craze as much.
okay.
Sure, I would like to have one if I was gifted one, but I'm not like Tiffany. I don't want to throw out names. Tiffany, our friend Tiffany, who went crazy. We haven't got a gauge on how many she actually bought, but like people
least
are
5.
At least 5. People are losing their mind. We all lose our minds for something.
Some things, and I've seen this before. I'm not immune to this. That it lights up something in your brain that just feels really special and unique and connected maybe to your past, aspirational to what you want your future to look like. Sure, I have definitely bought things without any expectation of when I would be able to use them. So that part I understand.
If it makes you feel better, before you finish your thought,
Yes.
when these arrived over a course of a week.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's
these
so
giant
funny.
boxes.
Imagining the size of the boxes coming into your home, your tiny door in your tiny house, a house that is so small it cannot fit a Pebble ice machine, which is, I think, 18 by 18 inches. And yet we're going to be using 2-gallon jug retro barrels of fun as decor. Okay.
Yeah.
The mailman's coming again with another box from Igloo.
He's like, what does this guy do? Like, why am I always bringing stuff to his home? I could see. It didn't 100% make sense to me at the time.
Yeah.
And literally took them to storage. They've been in storage ever since. They're still in their boxes. It'd be one of those things like in 20 years, I'm going through that storage unit and I'll be like, oh my God, I forgot I got these.
Yeah.
That's cool. They're still new.
They're mint
They're
condition.
mint
I think
condition.
it was 2021 that the retro collection came out. So, we were vulnerable. It was COVID. We were probably dreaming about socializing in big 4th of July 90s themed parties. And I look forward to attending Next year, you'll be in your home. You're going to be having a pool party, 90s theme.
I remember ordering them. I was house sitting at the time when I ordered it, which is also when I'm house sitting, it's usually I'm kind of like, man,
You're
someday
dreaming
I
of
hope
another
I have
life.
the house
Yeah.
like this. So, and like, I think it was one of those like, this sale ends in like 5 hours. And I feel like Igloo is one of the ones when the sale ends, like we decided to extend it for another 3 weeks.
I think those countdown on sales ending is kind of a scam.
It is a scam.
Yeah.
Because then it just becomes the normal price, the
Yes.
sale price, and then it's just not a countdown anymore.
Exactly.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes the price does go back to normal. But if it goes on sale, it'll eventually be that price again.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing when you're grocery shopping. If you see something on sale, you think it's a great deal, it'll be that price again in probably 4 weeks.
Sure. So there's no sense in like stocking up now like a doomsday prepper.
So all of this being said,
I'm gobsmacked.
being a huge Igloo collector myself, I'm very excited to
know.
learn the history of Igloo.
I love that we stumbled upon a completely, because I even was doing this and I was like, it's not, say it. It's not like a story with the most twists and turns. They can't all be.
There's
but
no closeted homo. There's no
There's no closeted
child
homo.
selling fish at 3.
There's no like murder mystery yet to be solved. I didn't have to scroll through the microfiche. But I will say the takeaway from this, we are in the thick of summer. If you are planning any kind of road trip, any kind of camping trip, check out Igloo if you're having a 90s themed party. I can't think of anybody who wouldn't need one of these Playmates. This little 7-quart cooler, it's the perfect size for a lunch and some drinks.
They're so satisfying. They have that little bump, the little button on the side,
button on
the
the
lid,
side.
and they come, in a couple different sizes. And even those, what they did for someone like me is they're great at colors. Like
Yes.
even all of the like just those little Igloo ones, it's like the way what they write the words in will be one color, the button will be a different color, the handle's a different color. Like they're great at I love color. What
Exactly.
can I say?
Yes, the color combinations are fantastic. And the retro little Playmates, or I guess they have the little Playmate not in the retro colors as well, but they're very customizable. So you can actually like say you have a dog that needs medicine that must be refrigerated. The one time I can think of somebody doing this. You can put like your pictures of your dog like on the side. Like you can like upload photos and they'll be printed on it. Or soccer games. You can put your name of your soccer team or whatever. It's really fun for kids to customize a lunchbox. They're made in America. They're a great brand all around. So I will say if there's one takeaway from this, if you're not leaving with a ton of fun facts to say at your barbecue, you better be leaving with a Playmate cooler.
Well, thank God I have my backstory because it sounds like you've come to the table with a very boring pod.
No, we were chat about road trips. We could chat about camping. We could
okay.
chat about fishing. We could chat about all kinds of things. But Igloo took over, and I'm happy to have it. We'll talk about road trips another day.
Well, I can't wait to learn all about it.
Can't believe it. So let's talk about coolers, the evolution of the cooler. So
Jason Igloo.
we talked a little bit about ice in the Stanley episode and the origin of ice and how ice was once a very scarce commodity. And so this maybe overlaps a little bit with that. You're already pulled over. You're actually already checked into the Sheraton Inn. So just why don't you crank up the AC, do a double feature, listen to the Stanley episode, then listen to the Igloo episode, and you'll be chilled to the bone. By the end of the 1800s, cold was the prevailing method for preserving food, so we didn't have to rely so much on like drying or dehydrating food to keep it fresh. Private homes began storing perishable food in cork-insulated ice boxes, usually made of wood and lined with tin or zinc, as these metals resist corrosion from water.
Cork is an important commodity. It's
Cork comes from trees. What the heck?
I know. It's like a real thing. And I feel like it's like there's not a lot of things that are real cork are more expensive because it's a process.
Should be talking about cork.
Cork and helium, man. Those two things to me are like
Rubber comes from trees.
rubber, cork, and helium. There's your Netflix 3-part series.
Your next Emmy is for rubber, cork, and helium.
It's a show called The Commodities. I love it.
I love it. Great. So families would store a large block of ice inside the ice box, and they chip anytime Dad wants a Diet Coke.
Can I tell you just real quick on the way over here? I'm house sitting, so I'm having to drive farther than normal. And I was like going down a street that there's like 2 lights, and I was hoping to get the lights green, and then I get one red. I'm like, ugh, so annoyed. And it's because someone was crossing, and I get even more annoyed when it's a human crossing because I'm like, it's a longer light.
Yeah.
I have no patience. But this woman was crossing, and all she was carrying was a 12-pack of Diet Coke. And I was like, okay.
Girl, I see you.
Girl, I see you.
You are me, I am you.
And then in my head, I'm like, I should take a picture because in 100 years, that'll be so quaint. This is how we carried around.
Oh, totally. It'd be like seeing somebody with a big block of ice on the back of a horse.
Exactly. All right.
You don't give her a little beep beep in solidarity. Diet Coke queen.
I just open one of my 200-degree Cokes that are in my car and it just explodes.
This is not the weather to be keeping Diet Cokes in your car.
I have 6 12-packs in there right now.
As somebody who is sensitive to the expiration of Diet Cokes, I feel like that's got to speed it up by a few weeks.
It really does. That's very observant of you. It makes them a little metallic-y earlier than I want them. And sometimes I'll open a 12-pack and one will have exploded and it's just an empty can.
Introduced in 1927, General Electric's Monitor Top was the first mass-produced electric refrigerator to become widely popular in private homes. So that was so obviously very luxurious to have private refrigeration. In 1935, New Deal loans encouraging Americans to switch to electric led to a huge increase in electric refrigerator sales. And electric refrigeration ownership grew further with the economic prosperity some experienced after World War II. So now everybody I feel like cold is one of those things, like once you get hooked on it, it's hard to go back. We talked about that in our ice episode. Once you're used to a cold drink, you're not going back to room temp.
Yeah.
By 1957, 90% of U.S. homes had electric refrigerators, compared with fewer than 10% in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. People over there, they didn't catch on. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And here in the 50s and 60s, you've got those refrigerators of every color.
So cute.
Like it was a whole thing. I hate that has disappeared. Now it's like stainless steel, white, black.
I know, it's so boring. There's a very expensive line of Smeg. Do you know this line of very expensive refrigerators? They're so darling, but it's like, oh yeah, you could have a regular refrigerator that's stainless steel for $450 or a $3,000 butter yellow fridge.
Smeg. In a weird shape
Smeg.
that probably doesn't hold as much food.
I think the capacity is pretty rough. And I think there's been some knockoffs at that time, but I dream about, that's like my fantasy is like, oh, if I had like a little guest house, a little like pool house, I have a little Smeg refrigerator in there.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I had a Craigslist alert for Smeg refrigerators from like 1995 that still I get pop-ups for, because in my mind that's something that the resale market must be huge. People get it for their ADU, their little pool house, and then they move and they're like, what am I gonna do with this?
I wonder if they're good. Like, do they last a long time?
No, not good. Don't last a long
probably
time.
That's what I assumed.
Food warm, milk rotten. I'm sniffing it. That's why I like it, because the milk sours faster. Some consumers also began celebrating their newfound abundance and leisure time. So the 50s, that's when it's roaring. It's like
road trips,
outdoor dining, camping, picnics, fishing. So this is that post-war suburban families. They're barbecuing, they're having parties. It's really like the middle class living in a time of such prosperity in the 1950s. And perfect timing, in 1951, Richard C. Laramie received a U.S. patent for his invention of a portable ice chest for storing and refrigerating foods and the like. So while it's not like the most exciting way that the invention was, it wasn't a foam that was left out, in the sun for 3 days and then it was like, oh, you can actually keep your drink cold. I think it's fun when an innovation speaks to the time, and if like the economy had been in a different place or the war had gone on, like the cooler might not have been invented for a while because it was catering to the needs of the culture at the time. I think that's really fun.
I love that.
Yeah. So maybe dad's taking his son on a fishing trip.
Or daughter.
Usually son in the 50s.
It was always a son.
Lesbian. Dad's taking his lesbian daughter.
Babe, you're going to get canceled.
Fishing. You can say that. I can say the word lesbian.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you, I do not want to be
a lesbian? I like the idea. Mar, this is not what this show is about.
I like the idea of fishing in like a Berenstain Bears kind of way, but I don't think there's any part of it I would find. I would like to sit on. Do I have to have anything on my hook, or can I just sit on the dock?
Well, we've talked about, haven't I talked about when I went fishing as a kid with my dad and I didn't want to kill worms, so I put grapes on them. Yes. I didn't catch anything, and I've always had, and I'm not vegetarian. I was for 2 years in high school.
Who would you catch with a grape? The Kool-Aid Man?
Probably, maybe the Kool-Aid Man or one of the Fruit of Loom boys. Probably the grape.
Yeah, the grapefruit of the Loom boy.
He's like, wait, that's part of me.
He's going to think he lost a grape in the pond.
Talk about an relatively easy Halloween costume. It's just a bunch of balloons.
If you are for some reason, instead of friend group, I thought polyamorous relationship. How many are there? 5? Okay, quick, name them. Grape.
Apple, grape.
Strawberry.
No.
Orange.
Pear.
Lemon. Melon. Cucumber.
I can only picture grape, apple. I can only definitively say grape and apple.
I think grape and apple. That's actually a Mandela effect. Did you know that? Do you think there's a cornucopia or not in the Fruit of the Loom logo? Do you remember with a cornucopia?
I feel like
It didn't have a cornucopia.
It never did.
It never did, but people think it had a cornucopia.
Fruit of the Loom has been on my list to do, and I've looked into it a couple times, and it's a little snoozy.
Yeah,
so
well,
I
we'll always find something to talk about.
I have put it aside.
You
okay.
find out I've been collecting Fruit of the Loom. I have a storage unit full of undershirts and whitey tighties.
Listen, there's worse things. Oh my God! Unless I'm wrong, it is just grapes and apples.
What?
The logo I'm looking at is a big
No.
red apple, purple grapes, green grapes, and yellow grapes. It's all just grapes and 2 leaves.
I am gobsmacked.
And I gotta say, I'm proud of myself for saying I can only confidently say grapes and apples.
Okay, so it does work. So if you're in, it's 4 fruits.
Talk about the difference in Halloween costumes. Pulling that apple off, you have to make a core hat. Is a lot harder than getting a bunch of balloons of one color.
Yeah, I think I did that Halloween costume, purple grape. That's a fun Halloween costume.
Oh, here's a history of the logo. No cornucopia.
No cornucopia. That's one of those things a lot of people, I personally remember it with a cornucopia.
I do too.
Cornucopia.
Always just an apple and grapes.
Interesting.
Holy shit, I did not know that.
Wow. You know what? There's your fun fact to bring to your barbecue.
Yeah.
You can talk about how 90% of the US had refrigerators while only 10% of the United Kingdom. Or you can also say, Fruit of the Loom logo.
Fruit of the Loom. This is after you've had a couple beers.
Fruit of the Loom
And
logo.
another thing. Here's how you do that. If you're going to do that at a party, you say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, man, Halloween's coming up. I'm thinking... I'm going to do maybe one of the Fruit of the Loom guys. Which one should I do? And when they're like, maybe orange, you'll be like, nice try. There is no orange. They're all
There is
grapes.
yellow grapes.
Is that what you meant?
A really popular color of grapes. You know, purple, green, and yellow.
You should be the banana. There is no banana. They're
Nice
yellow
try.
grapes. Is that what you meant? Yellow grapes?
Oh, that's really fun. So you and your 3 boyfriends.
Just go.
For the record, I do think you don't have to be a lesbian to go fishing.
I thought you were going to say, for the record, I don't think you have a boyfriend. I know.
Not yet. He's
Not
single.
yet. Oh, no.
We
we're
can try
not.
to find John a boyfriend too.
No, we're not
Yes,
doing
we
that.
can.
No,
Yes, we can.
No, I'm
Everyone
happy.
deserves love.
You're going to find out I've been in a happy relationship for like 6 years.
Nothing would shock me anymore.
I've been a homeowner since 2000.
I might be more shocked by the coolers than by that because that is just like I haven't been in this unit in a while and
You haven't been in it since I put stuff in
I
it.
can't. And it was full.
You were in it when it was pretty much empty.
It
And
was
those
full
coolers,
like
I was
day
like,
one.
those are, I have thought about it before. I was like, when I die and they get in that, if they get in that unit, they're going to be like, when did he get these coolers?
3 big ones, 4 little Playmates.
4, I think 4, we've talked about it.
3
Go on.
jugs.
Get to the good stuff.
I'm just imagining the quantity of this. You need to store things inside the cooler.
I do. I have
Okay,
one of them is
pillows.
full of my Starbucks cups.
Since the use of plastics exploded in the 1950s, most portable coolers today, they're made entirely from synthetic materials. So you have your, what is it made out of? Polypropylene. Is polypropylene like the most common plastic you hearing about? I feel like that's everywhere these days.
I always hear about the one that starts with an M that I think you're not supposed to microwave and can maybe cause...
Melamine?
Yeah.
Yeah, melamine that's like the foam.
Isn't that bad?
You're not supposed to microwave. It's made of bamboo, I think.
Oh, okay.
Polypropylene is the plastic that everything's made out of that probably like newborn boys' testicles are like 80% polypropylene.
What?
Plastic is in babies' testicles. Did you know that?
There's your second fun fact. They're all grapes and apples, and my kids' testicles are plastic.
They are. Look it up. So they're light.
I'm not putting that in my
They're
search.
light, they're inexpensive, search it. But still, they have the insulation to reduce heat transfer. So there's a common misconception that food packaging items, such as portable coolers, are made out of styrofoam brand foam. This was news to me. Styrofoam is a brand of closed-cell extruded polystyrene foam, patented by Dow Chemical in 1944. Styrofoam is only used for building insulation and buoyancy devices. I've been calling everything styrofoam.
Me too. The old McDonald's food boxes I thought were styrofoam.
You're trying to cut your pancakes with your little plastic knife. You're cutting straight through that tray.
What is that stuff?
It's just something else.
So we don't even know what like McDonald's packaging is, or if you go to like the grocery store and buy like one of those disposable coolers.
No one knows.
But we're calling it styrofoam is wrong.
It's wrong.
Okay.
It's wrong. Dead wrong. You actually go to jail.
I go to prison. Okay.
So let me just give you the rough timeline just to recap because we're having so much fun in cooler history. In 1802, Thomas More, a farmer, he created an insulated icebox using a cedar tub lined with rabbit fur to transport butter. 1928, Coca-Cola commissioned a firm to build specialized coolers for retailers. 1947, this is when things get exciting.
It's like every 80 years something happens. We started this entire process out with a rabbit fur box full of butter. Mm-hmm. Those things don't go together.
Somebody's making waffles on the other side of the hill. You get sent over for the butter. If you come back and it's just like a pool, melted pool, though melted butter is great.
But they're just shoving. You know what I had yesterday?
What?
Ghee.
Ghee.
I had ghee by accident.
Oh.
I cooked with ghee. I made my eggs with ghee.
And?
I was like, something seems different about this butter. It's like, I couldn't quite put my finger
Was
on
it in a jar with a label that said ghee?
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
No, it came in a stick that had already been opened. So I was just picking up where the...
And you're house sitting. So that explains why you find things in your fridge that you don't know what they are.
I mean, there's probably things in my fridge too. But yeah, and it was a stick that had already been started. So I just thought I was just grabbing a stick of butter.
What'd you think?
For some reason, I know it's just clarified butter and it's similar. For some reason, I got grossed out by it. I
had that situation also where I got a little scared of ghee. I don't know why. I bought a big jar of ghee from Costco. Great price on ghee.
A big jar.
Because you know what? You'll hear that ghee actually has like nutritional benefits that outpace butter.
And you can eat it if you're lactose intolerant, and it has a high burn rate.
It has a high burn. It's like more like nutty and like flavorful. It's like super
nutty
butter.
Is one of the things I didn't like because I Googled it while I was eating it on my English muffin, and it was like, I literally Googled like, can I eat ghee on my English muffin? And AI is like, yeah, you can. It has a different flavor than butter. Some say it's nutty, and I was like, gross.
That's like the equivalent of arugula being peppery. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a nutty spread.
I think I got a little scared of the nuttiness also, but then I've also seen recipes that are like how to make movie theater style popcorn at home, and ghee is what people like because it has such a strong concentrated butter flavor. There's nothing weird. It's butter with the water taken out.
That's all it is.
Yes.
I even knew looking at the stick. You
found yourself missing the water?
Well, looking at the stick, I thought it was just an old stick of butter, but it did not seem like this house would have an old stick of butter because it looked a little different. But I replaced it with butter.
So ghee is off-brand for you.
Right now, currently, until I'm sure Aaron or someone's going to be like, lecture me on ghee. But for now, ghee is off-brand for me.
Well, okay.
I think my sister uses ghee.
It's maybe, the jury's out on ghee. I have to revisit ghee. I have to maybe be convinced that it's very healthy, and then maybe I'll push through.
I feel like you'll embrace it. I did say in the AI thing, too, like some people like to put ghee on oatmeal.
I don't know why I'm a little scared of ghee. I got that giant ghee, and then I don't think I ate it. Igloo Manufacturing Company began in Houston, Texas in 1947 to address the needs of thirsty field workers who had to drink from wood barrels and buckets. So the water is boiling in the field, they're parched. What's a good way to get these workers ice cold drinks? The company designed one of the first metal water coolers. Hello, water cooler. That's what you're drinking out of right now.
Got it right here.
With an insulated core to keep the water cool despite the heat of the summer sun. So this is very on brand for this time of year, for you personally, inspired by this design from 1947. So James F. Hutchinson, he's recognized as the inventor and founder behind the cooler innovation. In the late 1940s and early 1950s, he patented designs combining durable shells with foam insulation. So that the way coolers work, in case you didn't know, it's thermal insulation reduces heat transfer between the cold inside and the warm outside air. You and I both have homes that are not insulated. We are very familiar with the heat transfer between the outside and the inside.
And you need that insulation. I do think it's funny when these like Igloo type water bottles took off. Like I feel like for like 3 years, and maybe they still do it, everyone was just up in that number of how long the ice would, the drink would stay.
Sure.
It started out like keeps your cold drink cold for 12 hours or 6 hours and hot for 3. And now it's like 48 hours of ice and 16 of heat. And
how long do you have ice in that thing, in that bad boy?
interesting that you ask. Ice in the water one lasts well over 24 hours.
Wow, that's really cool.
Ice in the Diet Coke one lasts less than 24 hours. I think the carbonation or something eats the ice faster.
The bubbles eat the ice?
The bubbles eat the ice.
The bubbles eat the ice.
Yes.
Okay. I love that we this happens a lot, that we kind of just suppose things. And then we have so many smart listeners that are like scientists. They're like, actually, guys.
I'm confident that we're right in this.
I am confident that the bubbles eat the ice. Okay. Hutchinson's vision was to provide durable, portable coolers that could withstand harsh outdoor industrial environments. So the first iteration of this was maybe for lunch boxes and for people who are working outside, kind of inspired by the water cooler innovation, a way that people could keep their lunches cool while they're working on job sites. That was kind of the first iteration of it. And Igloo was responsible for releasing the first all-plastic ice chest in 1962 and thus became a part of American history and many people's fond memories of summer. The breakthrough created a lightweight, rust-proof, durable cooler that transformed the consumer market. Some of the company's most popular products were commercial, such as the giant sea chest. I feel maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. You might need one. The giant sea chest for deep sea fishermen that could hold up to 300 pounds of fish and ice combined.
300 pounds. I don't know if that's enough.
So it's not somebody selling fish by the river.
It's helping the people that are gonna sell the fish keep it
their
fresh.
Fish cold and fresh. Exactly.
I love it. There's somehow it always comes back to a fish.
I know. Why is that? Why?
Didn't we
come back to fish?
Didn't we start out as fish?
Well, my theory is that we will return to the sea.
I know. Marissa
switch.
thinks we're going to go through the switch and the dolphins are going to walk out of the ocean and they're going to make us walk into it.
I think there will be a full swap.
The switch.
Has to happen eventually. It has to. The new plastic cooler quickly gained popularity during America's post-war leisure boom, as we were talking. That was a time of opulence, of celebration, of gathering. In 1971, Igloo introduced the Playmate cooler. And this is, I think, if you're going to get one product, the Playmate, the 7-quart cooler, it's $29.99. I think this is absolutely the one that you put in your shopping cart right now. This is when we need to have our links for people to click on so we can get a commission.
I would say hold off a minute because they will definitely very soon have an end of summer sale.
Oh, you think?
100%.
Okay.
I didn't buy them at full price.
But I need it now. You know what's funny? All these coolers. Why'd you get all those Trader Joe's insulated totes if you have so many coolers, Playmate coolers?
I mean, I think it goes to my past life when I died very young and I wasn't able to have a cool treat. So now I'm trying to ensure that I will always have the ability to have
We
one.
are checking a lot of things off the bingo card today.
Oh, that is true. We got to I really do like the idea of a bingo card. I have already made a big list kind of combining everything everyone's added and a few of my own of what could be on the bingo cards.
That's very fun.
But yeah, I want to do that.
If you don't remember what this Playmate cooler looks like, and I know we always had one. I can't think of any time we must have used it when we went on our long road trips, but we always had a Playmate cooler in our garage. It was the reddish kind of maroon color, and it was really beat up. They withstand. They really can take a beating.
Yeah.
They are a little personal cooler. They have a push button flip lid in a trapezoid shape. The top is usually white. The body is a different color, and it says Playmate in a contrasting or complementary color. I find the name Playmate was kind of sexy because it's like Playboy Playmates. There's something about it that's almost flirty. It's a fun little cooler that's ready for a good time.
I feel like I can hear Peggy from Mad Men pitching this on Mad Men.
Oh, for the name of the cooler?
Yeah, because it's Playmate, so it invokes the idea of children in a summer barbecue, but it's also for the wife and the sexy mother and this and that.
Yeah, there's something that is so playful about it. It's like your little playful buddy on all your summer adventures. It can hold your beers. It can hold your lunch. It's just to me, the spirit of freewheeling 70s fun, because 1971 feels like the perfect time for this to have come out. I'll have to ask my mom if she remembers her first Playmate, though. I think she did say she was invited to a party at the Playboy Mansion and she couldn't go.
Your mom's going to be my Playmate. Yes, I remember I had a cooler. I always carried around topless, and I won an award.
My first Playmate spread in Playboy magazine? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I was being hosed down topless. My mom, she should be our first guest.
Free spirit. Oh my God. No, I'm putting a no to that. I love you, Tara. I know you're probably listening.
She's going to be listening to this in 2 years.
I know. She did her first Insta egg this week.
She did?
Yeah.
Did she get it right?
She usually just puts an applaud sign on it.
Just in support.
Yeah. But she actually what was it for? What was this? Oh, it was for Lipton.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, oh, my favorite tea, Lipton. And I was like, oh, Tara. So
she doesn't drink tea. It's like the one thing she doesn't like, tea and jazz.
Maybe she's
Why'd
lying
she say
to
my
me.
favorite tea.
I can't
Oh,
look
it's
it up.
sarcastic, probably.
Oh, maybe it was sarcastic. I thought it was, she liked it.
So now at this point, Igloo coolers, they're just synonymous with American outdoor life. Fishing trips, tailgates, picnics, sporting events. The name brand Igloo is often referred to as like just a generic name for coolers, but Igloo, as we know, it is a brand. Starting in the 2000s, Igloo started to get competition from some of these new flashy, expensive premium brands. Do you know, like Yeti? These are like $200, $300, $400 coolers.
Yeah.
They claim they can keep the ice cold for like 2 months.
Yeti is ridiculous.
It is ridiculously expensive.
I don't have a Yeti. I'd like to add a Yeti to the collection and see if I like it.
Yeah, we should add a Yeti to the collection.
I need a Yeti.
They're really expensive. My sister has a Yeti. I think she won it in a sweepstakes or something.
That's fortuitous.
On the radio. And it is small, so it doesn't hold a super ton of stuff, but it'll have ice in it for a party, and then you close it and you come back like a few days later and the ice is still there.
Ice is still there.
But to me, that price is not worth it.
Yeah.
In 2019, they launched sustainable products. Everyone's getting on the sustainability bandwagon, which we love. The Recool biodegradable cooler. They've launched into so many collabs. Sorry, Angela, I hate to use that word. But now if you have any interest in any intellectual property, I guarantee Igloo has a collab with it. Disney, Hello Kitty and Friends. Did you see the Peanuts ones?
I've seen and the good thing about them is I don't tend to love the collabs.
Because you like the classic pure.
I feel like a lot of collabs are done poorly. Swatch is one that I've been bitching about lately. Like, I am such a swatch collector. Everybody knows I've been collecting them forever. I have over 200 swatches. They've done collabs in the last 5 years with other brands that I love equally. The Simpsons, the Peanuts, different artists. And they're so over-designed and they don't bring the two together. Like, haven't bought any of them. And it's shocking to me that you can take something I love so much and add something else I love, but I'm like, I don't like it.
I know exactly what you mean. It's almost like the spirit of the collab becomes its own thing, and then it doesn't maintain the integrity of either product.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Peanuts collabs?
I think I've seen a yellow one that's got like
cute.
the zigzag on it, if I remember.
Maybe there's a 75th anniversary one. Here, pull this up really quick just to see if you like any of these.
Oh yeah, that zigzag one's still there. Yeah, that soft one is cute. You know what I did see that has popped up in my Facebook, they've got a little mug, a little green mug with Snoopy on it that is cute. But the last thing I need is, I don't drink hot coffee, so I don't need the mug. It's like a $37 or $27 mug.
That's never stopped you before.
I only buy necessities.
I don't drink hot coffee. Why would I need a mug? I have 4 2-gallon spout drink dispensers.
Those jugs are so cute, especially the purple one.
Yeah, they're very, very cute. They're very cute. So they went big on the collabs, and I'm sure that's giving them a more kind of like modern resurgence. In 2021, as we talked about, they launched their retro collection, which is perfect because now the people who remember them from their childhood in the 90s, now, as we've talked about this before, perfect time for a 90s refresh because everybody has the money now. They have families of their own. They're going on their own adventures, and they want to replace the products that they remember from their childhood. So it's like the perfect timing for that. And I am all over this collection. I'm definitely going to need to get something from that for my lunch.
Okay. Get me the mug.
If it's on sale, maybe
Wait till it's on sale.
We'll give some fast facts about where the company's at now. Over 25 million Playmate coolers have been sold worldwide. That's a lot of Playmates. Hot.
That's a lot of Playmates.
Or the early Igloo coolers are now considered examples of American industrial design. So they're just like they represent this moment in time. The design is so good. It's been duplicated, replicated, imitated by many other brands over the years. Igloo sells over 16 million coolers annually. The company is based in Katy, Texas, in a factory where they employ over 1,200 workers, and they produce a rate of over 55,000 coolers per day. So they are cranking out these coolers.
How many a day?
55,000.
55,000 every single day?
That's what they say.
How is that? They're like, but we only produce them 4 days a year. How could there be that many? I feel like they would be like, we would be walking on top of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I never understand production numbers. I get so confused by how big the earth is. 55,000 a day?
You mean like how do those all fit?
How is that? That's like 17 trillion a year.
I don't know. They're cranking them out.
I don't get it.
They're cranking them out. They're in 90,000 stores. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Stock on the
90,000
shelves.
stores, 50,000 a day.
That's what it says.
You can fill I don't know. It's too much.
Well, you buy 4 every 5 years.
Every 5 years, I buy 4. You know what else I use quite often that's Igloo is I bought it at the same time because they run sale also.
Mm-hmm.
The little can sleeves.
Oh, with a little koozie?
But they're metal, and
Yes.
they'll keep a Diet Coke cold for 5 hours.
I think I've seen you with those.
I've used it here on the pod.
I think marketing emails might be not helping you.
No, but those are better than people are still giving away like the little foamy ones of those. Who's using
yeah.
that? It doesn't do anything.
Those are pretty worth the classic 80s koozie.
It's like getting a mouse pad. Like I haven't used a mouse pad in like 25 years and I'm still getting a mouse pad.
You don't use mouse pads?
For what? Am I just going to lay it on my laptop?
Well, no, for a mouse. A computer mouse.
What mouse?
Well, if you spent a lot of time with a mouse, you might need a pad.
You have a mouse?
I do have a mouse pad, yeah.
That's embarrassing.
I have a desktop computer.
Throw it away.
A company this influential is not without its hazingas.
No.
And this is, I mean, is it a hazinga or is it just an oh no? Earlier this year, May 11th, 2025, it was announced that around 130,000 Igloo coolers were recalled on Thursday after consumers reported 78 fingertip injuries from the cooler's tow handle. So these are the rolling coolers with the handle, 26 of which led to fingertip amputations.
That is a hazinga.
That is a hazinga.
That's a lot of fingertips.
Yeah, I guess it was just a pinch gone wrong.
I wonder what the people got compensated for. Have you ever been on a job where you see like they will list out what each body part is worth if you like lose it?
That is really funny.
It's like your arm is worth $10,000, your leg 30.
I mean, the tip of a finger,
It's like $80.
that was expanding on an initial recall from February of more than 1 million 90-quart Igloo flip and toe rolling coolers because the toe handle was crushing and seriously injuring people's fingertips. So the fingertips on the flip and toe rolling coolers, you got to watch them. David just recently, a few weeks ago, crushed his fingertip in our garage door. So, you know, the rolling kind that like goes up into the ceiling and then like pushes down. So if it's not working, you have to do it just with your hands. And he had put his fingertips like in between the cracks. And then as it's going down flat, as it's closing, those cracks are closing and it closed on his fingertip. And I have never seen him in more pain. Like he was not in good shape and his fingernail fell off.
I thought it didn't. It did?
It did. But this is what was weird. When it had gotten damaged, the new fingernail already started growing underneath. So it's not like when it falls off, the new fingernail starts growing. Any part that is detached, it continues on with its life.
Pushed out the
It
old
pushed out. So he had a Band-Aid on. I made him wear a Band-Aid for 3 weeks to cover it up because it was so unsightly.
I closed my thumb in my car door once, and that was
that is
the most
rough.
painful thing I've ever
That is,
experienced.
it's unlike anything else. I feel like that happens maybe once when you're 8 years old and then like never again.
Oh, I was like 25.
Oh, wow. You had a good run.
Yeah.
You had a good
I
run.
made it a long time. I didn't break my first bone until I was in college. I did everything late.
Well, past life. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll close out Igloo with a little testimonial from the website. This is a review from a patron from 2 years ago.
God, what if you found my review? It was like, loving Igloo, bought 4 picnic baskets, 8 jugs.
Yeah, well, you would
Few
have. I'm
Playmates.
sure you lied about how many you got. I'm sure it's if John says 4, it's actually 6.
You come across a Hollywood Justin Igloo review?
I got my eye out. The title of this review is The Best Lunchbox I've Ever Owned. I bought my Igloo Little Lunchmate, which is another name for the same thing, with a tray in 1976 when I was working as an electrician in the coal mines. I started in the construction trade as an electrician. I like when people go into a review feeling like they don't get to share their story very much. Do you know what I mean? This is like an old person who like their grandkids never ask them any questions. Mm-hmm. And I like the when people use a review as a way to kind of like make their story permanent.
We all just want to be heard.
We all just want to be heard.
There should be an online review archives.
That's great.
A written history of America.
If I see one of you that's like, in a past life, I was chained and raped repeatedly by strong, dominant men. I didn't have but anything to my name. And so I was so thrilled to see these coolers go on sale and make up for the sins of the past.
Yeah.
I started in the construction trade as an electrician in 1980, and I have been using this for my lunchbox on construction sites almost every day since 46 years.
Wow.
Other than a small crack in the lid, this lunchbox works flawlessly. My wife of 30 years does not understand why I won't replace it. So you have 4 little Playmates. You have enough for 4 lifetimes of daily use.
He'd rather replace her than it.
I decided to leave her and marry my lunch pail. And we have been happy ever since. I think that is like as good of a testimonial as you could ask for. Yes, they have these collabs, sorry, Angela, and these kind of like new flashy, you could get a Minecraft little lunchbox, sure. That might not stand the test of time. But as far as quality in craftsmanship, which we talk constantly about how this is hard to find these days. These are still manufactured in the US. They are to the same quality standards that they were back in the 70s. You will have, this is like buy it for life. And when I did my research, I like to look on Reddit and see if people have any like the people's feedback about these products. There's a subreddit, which is very fun if you're somebody who likes to live a minimal lifestyle. I'm sure Alistair is familiar with it. It's Buy It for Life is the subreddit. And so it's people that are kind of sharing products that they bought where it's like, this is the last water bottle you'll ever need to buy. This is the last whatever you'll ever need to buy. It will just like work for the rest of your life. And Igloo was the one that people came up with, and they were like, it's mid-priced. It is durable as all get out. And this is the last cooler, last water bottle, last lunchbox you will ever need. I think that's just a ringing endorsement. I'm hard on. I'm hard on. Jon, do I even have to ask, is Igloo on brand for you?
I would say it's off brand for me, if I'm being completely
Great.
honest.
I'll take all of your coolers. Can I have like one barrel of fun? Can I have one little Playmate?
No, because I thought about the color so much before I
sure.
bought them. I had to like pick. I mean, I didn't get all 8. I had to narrow it down to 4.
Was it hard to not get all 8?
No, it was hard to pick. I don't know what I did that weekend. It's still a blur and psychotic in my own mind. And I feel like enough stuff has come out about me that people won't even be surprised by it.
I don't think people are going to find this particularly shocking. No, not at all.
No. They'll want to see it. Maybe one day we'll get a peek in that unit.
Maybe you could auction one off for charity.
Maybe. I could just give money to charity.
You'd rather give money than part with the Playmate? We sign it. The show now is so big.
Nobody wants our signature
autograph it. No, this is the future. This is when you have a house. We auction them off for charity.
Sure,
okay.
I will do one for charity.
Sure, okay, good to
No,
know.
I will.
No,
I will. I want to. Of course, want to give money to charity.
Hard on for both of us.
It's a big hard on. Of course, it's a great brand. I use it daily. I mean, I can't say it's not on brand for me. I literally use it all day, every day.
That is really exciting.
You didn't even realize that.
No, because the logo is so nondescript. It's like not even trying to take the center of the plate there.
They don't need to be flashy.
They don't need to. Just do the job, do it well. That's their motto.
But I promise you, these are not the last water bottles I will buy in my life.
That is true.
Because I like to buy things. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. That was very fun. I did not expect all these revelations to come out in this episode of the pod. That was very surprising. Okay, so I want to give out a shout out to all of our freaks of the week this week. These are all the people that got the Insta Egg correct and won the spin on the Wheel of Freaks. If you're not familiar, every Wednesday I post a puzzle on our Instagram story. It's called an Insta Egg. If you solve it, you get 2 things. You're going to get a freak badge that I'm going to text you personally. You may think it's our social media people. You may think it's Marisa. It is always me. If you ever want to write me, Wednesday is the best time. I get into some very fun conversations with people on Insta Egg Day. But if you answer correctly, you'll get that little freak badge and your name will be added to our Wheel of Freaks, which I will spin 5 times every week and pick 5 Freaks of the Week. And this week, those very lucky people are Patrina, Eric Swartz, Mikey Bray, Haley, also known as Brayson Shock, and Layla Gilman Reed. Congratulations. You all got the puzzle right. You all won the spin. You went through every hurdle that it takes to be a Freak of the Week, and you succeeded. You were the 5 most important people in my life today. So congratulations. So if you want to do it, please check out the Insta Egg and also check out our Instagram feed. We put supplemental material in there for every episode so you can see the things we're talking about. And it's just a lot of fun. And also, if you're enjoying listening to us, but you want to see us, if you want to see my Igloo cooler that I was talking about today, be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube.
YouTube, at youtube.com.
Yeah.
That's what that website
That's
is,
what
right?
it is. At On Brand the Podcast.
You'll find it.
Or Pod. One of those two.
It. If it's me and Jon in the video, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
While we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out some lovely listeners who've left us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. First up, we have Mississippi Mike. He says, this pod is on brand for me. I love the podcast. I've laughed hard, learned so much about the most random things. It's like eavesdropping on 2 of the most hilarious friends ever. That is so nice. David in Oakland says, very good. Thanks to this podcast, I now know I was born 71 years after the sinking of the Titanic and 14 years before the release of the movie Titanic. Cheers to my French girls, Jon and Marisa. We love you, David in Oakland. Thank you so much for the kind words. If you haven't left us a review on Apple Podcasts, it helps the show, helps us hopefully get in front of some more listeners, as well as boosts our spirit. We literally screen cap the reviews and text them to each other because it brightens our days.
It sure does.
You can check out Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast, play Jon's Insta Egg, see supplemental materials, pictures from things we've talked about in the episode, little follow-ups. You can chat with us there. If you have an Igloo story, we would love to hear it. If you have a Playmate cooler, please send us a pic. We love to hear from you guys. Jon loves to chat with you in bed. And we have the Patreon. If you would like a bonus episode of me and Jon every week, every Tuesday we release an episode of Off Brand with Jon and Marisa where we talk a little bit about brands and more about a lot of other stuff.
It could be quite adult.
All right. With that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.